On this episode of AMA Air, the outdoor Nats have finally begun.
Plus, meet an AMA member dedicated to RC flying.
And learn how you can show your support for AMA and model aviation even if you can't visit the International Aeromodeling Center. All that and more on this episode of AMA Air. Hello, and welcome to AMA Air, your source for modeling news. I'm Chris Savage.
And I'm Erin Dobbs. Beat the Heat Fun Fly will be held July 26th through the 29th in Flagstaff, Arizona. The event is the Flagstaff Flyers annual Fun Fly with 4 days of open flying and fun games.
Black Dirt Squadron will be holding a NASA Northeast qualifier on July 21st in Goshen, New York. Compete in fun scale, novice, and expert with awards to third place.
Valley RC Invasion 2018 will be held in Mackville, Wisconsin on July 22nd. Valley RC Aeromodelers are hosting the event with a fun fly and an FPV course.
The KC Northern Knights will be holding the 11th annual ProBro in Kansas City, Missouri, July 20th through the 22nd. The weekend will feature a mass hover, a raffle, and a Saturday night fly.
The Converse Flying Eagles will be holding the Eagles and Friends Fun Fly on July 28th in Converse, Indiana. Spectators are welcome at no charge.
The Battle for the Mountains will take place on July 21st in Bozeman, Montana, courtesy of the Gallatin Eagles. The event will feature 26-10 scale combat with cash prizes for the first 3 places. RCCA points will also be awarded.
For more information on these events or to find one in your area, you can check out the sanctioned event calendar in Model Aviation or at modelaircraft.org.
So I want to go to the RC Invasion because I love the idea of the invasion, and that whole area is just taken over by model pilots and model aircraft, and it's just like a total takeover of the town.
I know, it'll be so much fun.
I want to be there. Well, coming up, the Outdoor National Aeromodeling Championships have finally begun.
For decades, across generations, modelers have come together to compete and push the boundaries of flight. This summer, that tradition continues. Witness history at the National Aeromodeling Championships.
The National Model Aviation Museum has acquired a few new additions, including trophies and a frequency scanner. Recently, the museum also added 2 radio systems to the collection. Walter C. Throne donated an ACL system, and another member donated a Heathkit GDA 125S system in memory of Gerald Linebaugh. If you want to explore the history of radio systems, be sure to check out the August issue of Model Aviation later this month.
Every year, AMA clubs are encouraged to host an event in celebration of National Model Aviation Day. These events celebrate the hobby and share it with others. This year, National Model Aviation Day is August 11th, 2018, but your event does not necessarily have to be on that day. Our 2018 Aviation Adventure Day here at AMA headquarters will be held August 4th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit nationalmodelaviationday.org to register your event or find an event near you.
It's also the perfect time to mark your calendars for the Friends of the AMA Foundation Fun Fly, which will be held September 14th through the 16th at the International Aeromodeling Center right here in Muncie, Indiana. The $40 pilot registration includes 3 days of flying, a Saturday evening dinner, and a swag bag. You can register and learn more at amafoundation.modelaircraft.org/funfly.
The National Aeromodeling Championships, or NATS for short, brings hobbyists of all skill levels across disciplines together in a spirit of friendly competition at the Academy of Model Aeronautics' International Aeromodeling Center in Muncie, Indiana. This year, we are bringing you daily video coverage with NATS news. Let's take a look at some highlights from RC Scale and RC Scale Aerobatics.
This is my 7th national. Today I'm flying a J3 Cub, quarter scale, built by SIG. It's done in fabric covering, and it's powered by a OS 160 Jiminy Twin. I wanted to do the airplane a little different than the yellow Cub, so I did it in this 32 Blimp Squadron colors, and we're having a fun day.
And actually, static is the biggest part of this competition. If you don't have a good static score, it doesn't matter how well you fly, it's hard to make up a bad static score.
I was doing a radio check here about a half an hour ago, or an hour ago, and I realized that my rudder was acting funny, so I had to get in there and replace the servo, and it's buried inside the airplane, so it's quite a bit of work to get to it. So I felt kind of lucky I was able to pull that off and still be able to compete, continue to compete. So it may not look like it, but I got it.
Hello everybody, my name's David Moser. I'm here at the 2018 John Schroeder Scale Aerobatic National Championships. We got a strong wind today, it's east-southeast, so we had to switch the sequence around. We have been practicing right to left, but we did get a couple sequences in left to right, and that worked out good for us too. You know, typically your first round is nervous, first day of the contest, and then you kind of just settle down. I'm here with Clover Creek Aerodrome and Clover Creek Summer Camp Boys. We hold a camp every year at Clover Creek. It's about 3 to 4 weeks long, and we shape and get these boys trained up for this event, just in particular. And John Schroeder was the original founder, who unfortunately passed away this year. I had the honor of being the first summer camp boy back when I was 9 years old, and John has been my mentor and coach and role model ever since.
I know personally that I've really matured from it, not only from my flying skills, but also as a human, and I wouldn't be the same as where I am today without all the people that are associated with it. This year I'm actually flying John Schroeder's 42% Carden. Along with some may mistake it for David Moser, actually has the exact look-alike. I'm actually flying number 5, it's the 5th plane with that scheme, and David actually has number 7. We all do really miss John, and hopefully, I know we all know he's here with us today.
You can read more at nats.modelaircraft.org/nats-news and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.
And I'll just take a minute to say, anybody that hasn't seen Nats News before, definitely go to that website and check it out, and check out the YouTube videos. The Nats really is unlike any other event that happens anywhere in the country.
Exactly.
It's a weeks-long event with folks that come from all over the country to compete in their favorite discipline or disciplines of modeling, and the crew that puts the newsletter together on a daily basis, bringing everybody daily updates of what happens all through the competition. Definitely go and check it out.
Yep, it's a glimpse into what happens here at AMA headquarters, and for you, the opportunity to become a pilot during the Nats.
That's right. Well, coming up, meet an AMA member who will let nothing keep him from flying.
Do you have a story you think we should have on AMA Air? Then visit air.modelaircraft.org and tell us about it by sending us an airmail. And if you're not already a member of the AMA, be sure to visit modelaircraft.org and sign up today.
Usually, we would highlight one of our AMA staff members at this point in the show, but today we're actually highlighting an AMA member. In our September 1st, 2017 episode of AMA Air, we shared the story of George Baker, who reached 1 year of flying every day on July 22nd, 2017. But George didn't stop there, and we were fortunate enough to witness his 700th consecutive flight on June 22nd. In fact, he had us commemorate the moment in a unique way. Let's take a look. Are we ready? I feel like this is kind of like a monumental occasion.
I'm George Baker, known as Tired Iron on most of the internet forums. I got into RC flying about 2.5 years ago, and just really love the hobby. I've met the best people. It's just a good fellowship of other flyers. And shortly after I started flying, I realized I'd flown for about 30 days straight without missing a day, and I thought, well, I'll just see how far I can go. Maybe I can make 100 days. So after 100 days, I thought, maybe I'll shoot for a year. So on July 22nd of last year, I made 365 days. And after that, I thought maybe I would miss a day, but I haven't. Today's day 700 and getting ready to go out here and fly. We're in Muncie, Indiana at the AMA headquarters, and I can't think of a better place to do it than here. My next goal will be 730 days, which will be 2 years. After that, I'm shooting for 1,000 days. And to be honest with you, it's easy for me to fly every day. I have a landing strip right beside my house. I can taxi out of my hangar and just take off and fly. If I go on vacation, I usually take 1 or 2 small planes, but my daily flying has to be an RC plane outside every day, no matter what the weather. I've flown in 30-mile-an-hour winds, pouring rain, snow, you name it. Recently, I lost my father. He was a World War II veteran. And the day he died, my sister and I was with him. And to honor him, I went home and got out a World War II B-24 bomber made by Flightline. And it had a pretty girl on the side of it, and my dad always liked pretty girls, so I flew that day in honor of him. So I don't know what would stop me from flying every day now. It would have to be some kind of severe illness or an accident or something.
700 days in a row. That is quite an accomplishment.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We could have been more excited to have it happen here.
If you want to follow us, we have a Facebook group called Tired Iron Aviation. You can see all the events we're doing and participating in, and get out and fly.
I have been given the privilege of adding the NEFI 2018 decal to the Bomber RV.
I'd like to get all 3 of you to sign.
Aaron, you got to get in here too, because we're going to get your autograph.
Here you go.
There you go.
Here you go.
All right. You got Jay Smith. There we go. And George's achievement is inspiring others. On George's 1-year flying anniversary, Doug Lindauer began what is now known as the Tired Iron Daily Flying Challenge.
So we got to meet George during NEFI. Man, what an impressive guy, just down to earth. He's just the member that everybody talks about, you know? Just super guy.
And he hadn't started flying that long before he started this effort of reaching as many consecutive flying days as he can. So he kind of seemed like everybody knew him, and he's really a relatively newcomer to the hobby.
He is. Just a good friend of AMA.
Absolutely.
Coming up, learn how you can show your love for model aviation anywhere.
Every journey starts somewhere. Our journey begins with imagination. And imagination can take us anywhere. Because the best journeys end with new beginnings.
Owning mugs, stickers, t-shirts, and other items that show others what we love is all a part of the human experience. At the National Model Aviation Museum's gift shop, you can purchase items to show your love for model aviation and your support for AMA. But if you aren't able to travel to Muncie, Indiana, you can still get your favorite AMA hat or Nats t-shirt online. You can visit AMA's retail web store at modelaircraft.org/shopAMA. Browse the site to see what's available or give us a call if you can't find what you need.
Well, that's all for this episode of AMA Air. You can stay connected with us by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For even more videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And from all of us here at AMA, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time, everybody, but for now, it's time to get flying.